That is the goal right now, and that is the motivation right now.
I ain't choose the game chose me. I'm a champion, I need some trophies.
This would definitely be a trio to be reckoned with.
LeBron James delivering AD dynamite.
Westbrook, he just doesn't stop.
I'm a champion, I need some trophies.
Coming to you live above Pier 17, the South Street Seaport District of Manhattan. Welcome back to Jalen Jacoby, brought to you by Chase. Mr. Rose.
What up, though?
We just had Kate Cunningham on the show, and somehow the Pistons drafting Kate Cunningham is the second biggest story in the NBA today because the Lakers are about to add that man, Russell Westbrook, the triple double machine. And they're giving up Kuzma, Harrell, KCP, and a 2021 first round pick. Mr. Rose, does the addition of Russell Westbrook make them the clear favorites to come out of the Western Conference?
It does.
Yes.
And when you look at what the Washington Wizards received, shout to Tommy Shepard, their general manager. Because if you really look at the deals, right, they got more for Russell Westbrook than Houston got for James Harden.
Facts.
Just think about that for a second. And so now look deeper into what they traded. Assets up front that won't get a lot of minutes because their two best players are LeBron James and Anthony Davis.
Yep.
So there's no room for Montrezl Harrell to get a lot of minutes. There's no room for Kyle Kuzma to get a lot of shots. You just asked me the other day, can Kyle Kuzma maximize his potential in Detroit? I mean, his potential with the Lakers?
No.
I said he can win a championship with the Lakers.
He did.
But he can't maximize his potential. And your example about Jeremy Grant in Detroit, I like that for Kyle Kuzma.
And another thing that I always say is I love duos, but I don't like redundant duos. And I feel like Beal and Westbrook were a little bit redundant. And I think that both teams are better off because of this. And the biggest thing that this does in my mind for the Lakers, LeBron James doesn't have to do everything. Because those minutes when he's on the bench, the Lakers were so bad, so unproductive. Now when he's on the bench, instead of Dennis Schroeder running the show, you give the ball to Russell Westbrook, and we know what he can do.
Absolutely, and I'm going to get to Brody. That's a great point. And so also I just got to make one more Washington point. They basically just got like 55 points. Okay, Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell, KCP, that's going to be about 55 points.
45.
For them, it's going to be like 55.
Yeah, probably.
And you roll the dice on that pick, right? And so for the Lakers, you in win now mode, right? So look at an 82-game masterpiece. The season is about to start, everybody, in October.
In like 3 weeks.
I know y'all feel like y'all been seeing me on TV 5 times a day because y'all have. The last 8.5 months, we've had 2 NBA champions. Usually we have 1 NBA champion in 12 months. LeBron James, ain't he like almost 37 years of age?
Yes.
And Anthony Davis clearly is going to be needing to be load managed. You made the pristine point. Brody's going to be a guy, whether one of those guys are healthy, whether both of those guys are out, he's still going to put up supersized triple doubles.
Yes.
And here's the other thing he's going to do. Play with speed. Yeah. You know why LeBron, one of the things he loves about Alex Caruso so much is that that's a guy that's out actually running with him. Russ is going to be 100 miles and running. And I got Russ's deficiencies in my mind, y'all.
We know.
He's not a perfect basketball player. Let me give y'all a definition of what Russell Westbrook is, right? And this is why he's such a polarizing future Hall of Famer that I've been standing on the table defending his game since he was going to the NBA Finals with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Here's what is confusing to everyone. He's not the shooter that Steph Curry or Dame Lillard is.
No.
He's not traditional like Chris Paul. He's not even like a flamethrower like a Donovan Mitchell or Jamal Murray.
Doesn't have Kyrie's handles.
Right? Great point. So what ends up happening with Russ is he plays with the same mentality and the same pace the entire game. Now, for anybody that's played basketball, right, how you play the first 2 minutes of the game is usually different than how you play the last 2 minutes of the game. Russ plays like they're not keeping score. He's not taking prisoners. So the first 2 minutes, if he got an open shot, with 19 seconds to go on the clock, he going to shoot it. The same thing if it's 19 seconds to go in the game. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
And he's going to give them pace. He's going to give them productivity. He's going to give them a guy that's been an MVP in this league. And rebounding is something he's going to. This is great for the Lakers.
Great for the
They're the undisputed favorites in the West.
Talk to me.
Because they have Russ, not if they have the other guys that they traded.
Kuzma, Harrell, KCP, dude, they're not difference makers the way Russell Westbrook is. Now, Jalen, if you look at their potential starting five,
Okay.
you got the big three, you add THT, Marc Gasol. When you look at this starting five, tell me there's another team in the Western Conference that can beat this team in a 7-game series. What team could beat them in a 7-game series?
Well, everybody that's going to over-evaluate the deal right now, just make sure you pay attention to the fact that the Wizards gained 4 assets, 3 players in a draft pick, and the Lakers only gained 1. So that means they're going to do more
This is
signing.
mutually beneficial. This
Right.
is mutually beneficial. Th're going to have to bring in some shooters. They're going to have to bring in a lot of people on minimums.
But that team up there that y'all just put on the screen, that
Western
bet
Conference
not
champions.
well, let me just tell you something, sir. That bet not be the starting lineup.
It probably won't be.
Okay?
Well,
That's too slow. That's too old. That ain't the starting lineup. Okay. Now, Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis will be in the starting lineup. The other 2 spots still be determined.
Jalen, I'm going to take this way too far into the media thing. It's Nets-Lakers finals. It's predetermined. This is like those Warriors-Cavaliers years.
Can I say something to make you mad at me?
It is predetermined. It is Nets-Lakers finals. Nets-Lakers finals.
Can I tell you to say something?
Might as well just fast forward right to it. We don't even need the playoffs.
What if I said I'd rather take the field in the West?
Just stop with this field
versus
thing.
the
You've
Lakers.
been doing this for a year now. I'll take the field. You don't even know what that means. Taking the field is an obvious, easy bet. It's obvious and easy. We are going to see the Lakers and the Nets in the NBA Finals next year.
How about this?
It is predetermined.
Can I tell you guys about
Harden,
the phone call?
Kyrie, KD against Russ, LeBron, and AD. I mean, Jalen.
I got the pristine drop the mic point.
Pristine.
Let me tell you a couple of texts that I imagine happened last night.
Okay.
Okay. There's a text from KD to LeBron. Once Russ got traded to Lakers, KD like, good luck with that.
Enjoy that.
And then LeBron responded to KD about Kyrie. You too.
Was in the house, led by your boy. You know I'm back because there's a lot to discuss. Max, Molly, I see baseball trades going on. I see NBA draft stuff going on. I saw Russell Westbrook end up becoming the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron has done it again. Or has he? All that and more to discuss, like I told you. The crew's in the house. But today, let's get it.
A goal is to win another championship. That is the goal right now, and that is the motivation right now.
I ain't choose the game chose me. I'm a champion, I need some trophies.
This would definitely be a trio to be reckoned with.
LeBron James delivering AD dynamite.
Westbrook, he just doesn't stop.
I'm a champion, I need some trophies.
First take on a Feel Good Friday. We have so much to get into today, and I promise that is not an exaggeration. Blockbuster trade, the draft, Alex Smith live, and of course, Stephen A. Smith is back.
What's
All
going
things
on, y'all?
NBA.
I
So good to
thought
see
my
you.
head was going to explode yesterday. Like there was too much
So
stuff
much.
happening
Well,
at
I
once.
kept thinking like we got the draft. Stephen A. hasn't talked about Aaron Rodgers, and then more and more keeps happening.
The Yankees
2
and
hours
Dodgers
isn't
pull
enough.
off blockbuster trades. Like everything was
There's
happening.
a lot.
I will confess, I watched, did a great job yesterday, and I was just watching. And I said, I'm just gonna sit back and chill.
Yeah.
I don't have to. And I said, it's just nice just to sit back and watch. I don't have to work today.
Yeah.
And then I remember, damn, I gotta get up tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I'm here.
But
But
it's
you got some
NBA.
sleep, I can
So
see
you're
that.
all
Yeah.
about it.
I got some sleep.
That's good. Much deserved. All right, guys, so let's go. Russell Westbrook going back to Cali to team up with LeBron James and Anthony Davis and wear the iconic purple and gold. So here's how it breaks down. Russ and a pair of future second-round picks are heading to L.A. Washington's Hall is centered around a trio of players that includes Kyle Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell, and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Max Kellerman.
Yeah.
What is the impact of the Russ trade to the Lakers?
They have a legitimate answer to the Nets right now. Like, sometimes it's this easy. They had 2 of them dudes. The Nets had 3. The Nets had the only